Hello, friends. Excuse me. It's getting better, but it's still like a lot of shit there. The cough. I don't wish whatever this virus was. I don't wish it on anybody because it was brutal. There's a guy in the house. He gets sick, but he doesn't take care of himself, so that's why. Um, I can't stay quiet any longer, bro. It's like after 5 o'clock in the morning. I woke up I think around 3ish. So yesterday was pretty funny, man. My roommate's a riot. She thinks I'm a riot too, but she's funny too. I was like venting, and then she does this like thing where she was punching the air, and I thought she was punching a fly or something. Like, when she jumps, I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And it scared me for a minute. It was funny, and then I asked for 10 minutes of privacy for her to keep the old lady out because the old lady was out there smoking. And she was out there too, so I was like, "Can I just get 10 minutes of privacy?" Like my eyebrows and shit. And she forgot. 3 minutes later, she's walking in the door and catching me fucking in the act, and that was so fucking embarrassing. And then later on, we're joking. We made a video where we're talking shit and when I was talking about sex, but then I fucking erased it because it was too personal. And I usually don't do that, but well, no, if I don't like the video, like I used to play them back, and if I liked it or not, I would play it. But if I didn't, I would delete it. But this one, usually I'm just like lately because I'm in Miami, I do it differently in Miami than I did in Somerville, because I never got out of the house in Somerville. That was a totally different kind of like vibe, I guess. That was me documenting my being an aunt and taking care of the children. This is my journey in Miami and the shenanigans that I do, which are pretty crazy sometimes. So sometimes I embarrass myself really bad, and so that video that we took when I was talking about sex was very embarrassing, and I was like, okay, I think we should delete this one, but she was on it, and she doesn't really like to be on the video. She got embarrassed or whatever, and I was like, okay, I'll delete it. And I was kind of like disappointed because it was a funny one, but it was really like not vulgar, but just too much information. And she kept teasing me because she kept doing like the humping thing. Because I had my shorts on, like my little like cool out things, where it looks like a skirt but it's a short. I had like it on with my like half my ass hanging out, and I'm there like I'm almost there too. And she fucking bro, I'm looking at porn and I'm almost there, and she fucking opens the door. Oh my god, I forgot. But first she's like, what? Is that fucking? And I'm like, oh no. And I'm just gonna tell you guys, fuck it. I couldn't think of what to use, and I don't have a vibrator. And I was like tripping, because I thought I was dead, bro. I seriously thought that was it for me. That I wasn't gonna have sex anymore for the rest of my life. Like I really had lost the desire, and a lot of it had to do with trauma from like my last run and shit. So, being a sex worker or whatever the fuck, and exploited and all that. So plus, yeah, like, I'm still kind of over it, to be honest with you. I just was super horny last night. And since I've been back in Miami, like, I broke my celibacy with Alex, and Alex, like, fucking got off, and I didn't 3 different times that we had sex, you know? And the first time was horrible. The second time was And the second time was decent. But he stopped too quick again, like I said. Because, I got it like that. But the last time, I was being really nasty with my mouth. And he's like, if you keep talking like that, I'm going to fucking bust really quick. But before that, I was like, I'm being really nasty, right? But I needed that fucking big O. And I was encouraging him, motivation. And fucking, he busted before I did, but it was like so close. And I'm like, this is fucking not cool, man. I'm not having this shit no more. And the whole day I'm telling him, suck my pussy, suck my pussy. And that's what I wanted, and he wouldn't do it. And not that he didn't want to do it, but he's too preoccupied with the fucking crack and the beer and the cigarettes and stupidity. And I'm like, this is so lame, like, this is really fucking lame. I'm not desperate and I don't need to be going through this. So I came home because I knew, like, when it was bedtime or whatever, I was going to be over it, and I didn't want to do anything. And then he's going to want to do something, and it's going to be his way, and I'm probably not going to get off either. Like, I've been doing it with him for, like, fucking 21 years. I've known him for a long time, like since 2005 or 2005, so that makes 20 years. Yeah, it was either 2005 or 2007 when we met. I can't remember. We were high. Like I was high. I was relapsing. It was in May. It was in May. I knew that much. It was in May, and I was over Food Giant and they became over me, but only because I started acting out and psychosis or whatever the fuck. I kept getting Baker accident, and I was like, this is fucking bullshit, and I'm gonna get fired, and might as well quit the job anyways, and just like I decided to relapse, and like, cause before it was just binge. I would like high if I got my income tax or I got extra money for school or like money was a big trigger, and it's not anymore. But it's not even that. Like I hate the trigger shit, like because I don't get triggered that easily. But some things like hell yeah, I'm gonna get triggered, like a crack pipe, Like the other day when I was showing that pipe on the video, that shit wasn't easy. And when I asked him to show it to me, I just want him to understand that I accept him, and that he can go at his pace. But I also understand, he also needs to understand that if he doesn't cut that shit out, I don't want anything to do with him. And he doesn't get it. Just like he doesn't get that I'm not gonna marry him. Just like he doesn't get that I'm gonna fuck somebody else sooner or later, And it's gonna hurt him and he's gonna cry and all this bullshit. And then I'm gonna be like, oh fuck, bro, now I gotta deal with this shit. It's like we're best friends. I do not want to marry you. I do not want to commit to you. Like, do I have to I'm not gonna straight up. I'm not gonna crush him. I'm not gonna be like, you're not my type. Like, I cannot marry you. There was a time that I might have like settled, but I'm not settling anymore. And that's just the gist of it. Like if I have standards for myself as far as my physical appearance and my behaviors and my values and morals and shit, then it applies to my partner as well. Otherwise, how the fuck is it gonna work? Not to mention, he's possessive, he's controlling, he's jealous, he's demanding, he's selfish, and he doesn't have his immigration, like his green card, and he doesn't have a job. So, like, he just hustles, and I don't want that. Like, and I like stability and security and structure and discipline and all that shit. I like that shit. Order, direction, responsibility, all that shit. I like it. He's very irresponsible, and every time he gets a good job, like somebody hooks him up with a job out there, he fucks it up. Like yesterday, he told me how the day before he's telling me how he's gonna make money doing at the body shop, and that I didn't even know he knew how to do that shit. And it's like, you gotta remember, I was away from him for like 14 months, so right now things are cool, but not really. And not after last night, where I almost screwed my roommate, but not really. I fucking embarrassed myself hitting on him. You know what I did? Because it was kind of a joke, like a prank, or like a dare, more like a dare. And the thing was, he hit on me when I was when I first came, and he was all like really friendly. And now, like little by little, he's not hanging out with me anymore, which kind of like breaks my heart. Not because I wanted to be with him or that shit, because I don't, but just because it's like that's so shady, that's so fucked up. I like being friends with guys. I'm one of the guys. I don't like hanging out with women. I just started like having women friends in 2020, like since high school, and even in high school I hated it. Like I never really liked having women friends. They always fuck you over. So, and men friends, they either want to fuck you, or I don't know what else to say, pimp you or fuck you, but or hit you. But no, I'm just joking. Like that's just a bad side. But men are really easy to hang out with for me and fun. Uh, Not that I'm a tomboy or anything, but I do like to do things that when I was little, because I'm super feminine, they wouldn't allow me to do, or they pick on me about it. So now that I'm older, it's different. So it really like upset me because we were vibing and we were having a good time. He was a good friend. He still is my friend. But when I opened the door earlier, like when I woke up, I heard some noise and I didn't know who it was, so I opened the door. It was him and all. He didn't look the same day. He looked that last night. He looked really tired last night. And he was like, right now he was like all like fresh and looking ready for work or whatever. And I told him, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't mean it. Like, I'm so fucking sorry. Like, I didn't mean to get you mad. And he was like, because like something's wrong with this woman. Because Because what I did was, I kept telling my roommate, because she said she caught me. I was like, fucked, you know, and I'm like, purple, you know, I'm dying. I'm like, blue balls, blue balls, blue balls. God help me, please. And we were joking and having fun, and it didn't make it any better. Because she kept doing like the humping thing, and I'm like, stop it, man. Don't tease me. Funny. She's like really vanilla. Like, you know, she likes vanilla ice cream that way. But she's not as like, obviously, she's not innocent, but I misread her, I guess you could say, because she's very, very quiet. And so we were having fun. And, and anyways, but so I told her that I was gonna like, that I put this skirt on because I have this skirt with this like tiny top. And, um, it has like a, you know, like a short tank top with a long skirt. I may have shown it before, and it has a slit in the middle. When I sit down, I always flash people and shit, you know, like by accident. And I had it on the other day to show it off to her and all, and I was comfortable, so I went outside with it on to smoke, and I had compliments, you know. So I said I put this skirt on and I have no underwear, and I'm gonna tell him something like, I'm gonna like, you want to see my pussy or whatever. I'm not even embarrassed. I'm just like, whatever, and I'm fresh. I slept a lot. I'm still tired though because I took a piece of trazodone, and so I actually took a piece of trazodone the night before because I woke up with nightmares, and I had to go to that appointment. You know, like in the morning, I had to go to handle business, and I was frustrated because I wasn't. That's why I was so pissed at Regla, because she wouldn't let me sleep, and don't fuck with my sleep. You know, because I don't fuck with yours. I do my best not to. You know, they're sleeping right now, but they sleep pretty deep. I don't, and um, but plus we all have different medications, and right now I have none. I was lucky to get that from a friend. So, and I broke it in three pieces. It was 150 milligrams, but there were different size pieces. Like, I don't know how much I took last night, but I took enough because I'm about to go take a nap now. No, I'm gonna handle some business like the fun shit, like my budget and what I can afford to buy and my little like wish list. So, which I don't know that I'm gonna get shit for that speaker, and I don't even know if I'm gonna get a speaker. Like, I might get a cheaper speaker. I don't know. I don't know if I need a speaker. I don't know what I want really, but clothes is what I want. But I'm supposed to be getting that from like donations, you know. So I have to wait because I don't want to spend money I don't have to spend. So but I'm running out of clothes. That's why I washed my clothes with Dawn because I ran out of detergent, and the landlord's gonna get detergent. But but later, you know. And I didn't press the issue yesterday because she's so nice and so giving, and even though we had words, because she treats you like a baby sometimes, you know, it's like, what the fuck, hello? I know what the fuck's going on with me, and I'm not a kid. But I'm getting to know her because I know her as a therapist. I don't know her as a landlord or as a case manager, really. I mean, she was my case manager and my therapist, but I didn't pay no attention to that. I was like, okay, do whatever you gotta do, you know? And I was just like, kind of like hanging there by, not by a thread, but like, I was just there for a break. I knew I was gonna stay clean. I knew I was gonna leave, you know? So, anyways, I lost my train of thought. Point being, we had a good time being goofy, and I told her like, so I told her that, you know. So what I ended up doing was, she let me know when he was. Somebody let me know when he was here. Like I had asked her, and then she's like, you know, like, whatever. We had plans, and so I go out, and then I'm like, I said, hey man, you know, what's up? How you doing, bro? You got any smokes? And, nah, man, I got nothing. Oh shit! And I was like, you got a condom? And he reaches in his pocket to give me a condom, and I was like, want to use it? That's just the way it came out. He's like, and he looks at me and he's like, he wasn't having it. He's like, something's wrong with this woman. And I did not expect that. I did not expect that at all, but I didn't expect her to say yes either. Because the way he's been acting lately. And that's part of why I did it, you know, to fuck with him. Because it's like, oh, in the beginning, you know, all that muela, you know. And then now it's like nothing. Like, what the fuck did I do to you? You know, what did I do wrong? Our personality's that bad. So, yeah. It was a fun night. Eventful night, as I would say. Yeah. Sorry, that's just me like tripping right now because I'm trying to stay awake. And, well, I'm half asleep. And I put water in my face. I washed my face, man. and put water, wash my face. I was gonna take a shower, but it's fucking cold because the guys want to stay up all night, fucking tweaking and shit. You know, it's annoying. There's one or two guys that I don't know what they're fucking on. I know one's on. I think one's Smoky Spice. Another one's fucking. It's either Molly or Spice, and then another one's on coke, and another one's on coke, and that's all I know. And it's annoying because I don't like seeing that shit, and it's triggering me like a motherfucker, and um, I feel unsafe. It makes me feel very, 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 very on guard and unsafe because I see them changing. Like they look weird and they act weird, and just even knowing that somebody in the house is high is a trigger, you know, and frustrating too because I have no pot. And I'm gonna talk to the landlord. I'm gonna ask her, "Do you have an issue with me smoking marijuana?" Oh, well, she already knows I smoke marijuana. But like, can I have it on me in the house? Like, because I don't want to get busted for weed, you know, like, because I don't have or in trouble or whatever for having weed, you know, like, oh, I'm kicking her out because she's marijuana, and the cops are, all right, fine, what to buy, you know, like, whatever the fuck they do, because it's sort of legal or whatever. I want to get the medical marijuana card. And I'm thinking about, I don't really like the vapes for marijuana. I don't really like the THC or Delta 9 shit. It makes me sick. It does. I tried it with James, if I remember correctly. That shit was like 30 something dollars or $30. And we ended up going and getting CBD that was $30. And that shit made me sick. Like my stupid sister making pre rolls, and she was ripping people off. She was putting this CBD shit that looks like weed mixed with the weed. And I had some of her, like we were running out or whatever, or they couldn't re up. So she had a bunch of those pre rolls and she gave them to me and I gave them back. And I never told anybody, but haha, now everybody knows. Like, you don't do that to people. What the fuck's wrong with you, man? Next thing you know, she's gonna be fucking with Fetty. Stupid bitch. She won't answer my calls. I'm struggling like a motherfucker because of her. And she want to tell me some stupid shit like I've never cleaned a day in my life. You are so dumb. Like, you would never last at one of these places. And if you would, you'd be fucking everybody. She'd be fucking everybody and taking everything from everybody, owing everybody, and getting high. I know her. And if, who cares if I get high or whatever, and who cares what I do? And I'm not trying to judge so harshly, but I do sometimes judge very harshly. I do it to myself, so why wouldn't I do it to anybody else? And now I'm actually trying to adapt to trying to feel better. I almost moved out. I almost moved Alex in a fucking tent. And I'm so glad that I didn't because I just said, yeah, I got to a point where I was like, you know, this is a challenge. I love a challenge. And the fact that I have a bed, AC, and a roof, that's what I'm paying for. You know? Everything else is extra. Like, that's how I have to look at it in order to, like stay here. And I have ideas, too, like how I'm going to make my little corner. Because I have the right side of the room. The other lady has the left side of the room, like when you walk through the door. And then my other roommate has the middle. And then from right here, we're not getting another roommate because I mentioned it to the landlord. She said that bunk bed's not supposed to be there. That was for you. And I said, really? And she was like, that's like a lot of shit that I didn't know. Just like she told me stuff about the house I didn't know, people in the house, you know? So I'm doing the best I can, but it sucks because it's like I try to be loyal to the housemates. I try to be loyal to the roommate. I mean, to the landlord. You know, like because I consider her a friend, and I feel like she saved my life with her therapy. You know, but at the same time, she's a fucking therapist, case manager. She doesn't really get it. I don't think. You know, I don't know what she's used or if she's ever used. Most of them haven't, from what they say. You know, and it's my turn to be happy. It was my turn to have fun and live vicariously, you know, or not. Just yeah. So that's what I'm doing. That was me. That was my aunt's side over there. This is Vanessa. This is single Vanessa in Miami. Good luck keeping up. So I just like I I organized my clothes over 2 bags. It says get my stuff. I have to kids clothes next, but that way in laundry detergent. You know, I'm waiting. I don't know what to say. I just know that today's no program, so everybody's gonna be in a fucking house, and hopefully we don't get into his nerves. Hopefully I get a pack of cigarettes, and because the neighbor was supposed to put an order in, I said everything was missing yesterday. Oh, mm. Oh yeah, no, today I didn't throw up, but I did have a little acid reflux. I had in the middle of the night, you know that I don't know if it was the trazodone or just the fact that I was hungry. I had two tuna fish sandwiches with pickles. I had like one kind of when I went before I went to sleep, and then I had one. The hell is wrong with this shit on my camera? It's annoying. I don't even know what it is. Anyways, one. I ate another one during my sleep. Shit was nice, but it wasn't like. It is nice, man. I dropped my phone. That's what happens when you're half asleep. So the coffee doesn't work, man. It's fucking Pilon, you know? And it's another thing. Look at this shit. But there is 10 people in the house from what I hear. Like in total. But it can't be. There's 2 guys. Wait, 3 in one room. 2 in another. That's 5. And then 6, 7, 8. There's 8 of us. I think that's 8. Yeah, because I know 8 women. No, there's 10. Yeah, there's 2 other guys. There's another room. And by the kitchen. So yeah, there's 10 people. But not everybody drinks coffee. And that's what's pissing me off because I paid like $10 for that shit because I wanted to get the cheaper one and they didn't have it. So they charged me a little extra, which it's a good deal. And it's instant. So it's like you don't need that much. You don't need that strong. And it's going way too fast. So I have my name on it. And I wrote share on it. But it's not for the house. I did not buy it for the house. I bought it for me. It's my personal shit. So I took it back out of the kitchen. If you're gonna abuse shit, then fuck you. Because you don't buy your damn self. You guys don't buy Pilon. You buy crap. Drink the crap then. Look at this. Wait. If I dump it upside down, you can see how much is in it.